Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And where we from?
I'm from the A.
Sounds so lovely. Yeah, yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Yo, I'm on my small A, hard boy fitted. Dale Murphy jersey, 5-point chillin'. Mookie Blake, I ill it. Cleveland Air, BP, Bossa Dutch, get it. Speakers in the one of Jews and Vols, yeah, I did it. Rice Street, 3 days downstairs, lived it. 95 Freaknik, changed the whole city. Welcome to Atlanta, 96 Olympic. Back and forth, born home, Harry, home, get it. Georgia Dome, Michael Vick, yeah, we still missing. 7 grams of midget.
Say, yo, what's good? It's Sunday. Y'all know what that means. It's a Real Atlanta podcast, man. We up in this thing, man. So Chris. I got my co-host Kim B over here.
What's up, y'all? What's up,
man,
everybody?
we got the man behind the scenes, man. The man with the plan.
That's right.
That man DJ Lamb. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody. Started out, man. Check out everybody, man. See what's going on, man. How everybody's day was, man. Well, week. How your week was, Kim? I know you. It's always something going on over that way. Hey, in a good way, though. You got 18 years.
It was a very good week. My highlight this week, my nephew is in town. We hadn't seen him in 10 years, so
Okay,
we got
great.
together today. Everybody got together for dinner. So this whole thing was brought full circle. It was the missing piece to the puzzle, so I just thank God for that. So that was my highlight. It's been a blessed week for sure.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great to see somebody you ain't seen in 10 years, but I'm telling you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. A lot of stuff has changed in 10 years. Look, that's 2015. So, so for sure.
Yeah.
How about you, lad? How your week was, man?
It was fairly partly cloudy.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That's another day, in paradise, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Doing podcasts and trying to figure out how to move us forward. That's it.
How about that?
Sure.
And
That's
like,
it.
and like you said last week, same soup, just
That
reheat.
same soup reheated.
Well,
It's been some vegetables added to this soup.
Okay.
But I added something different.
Because you keep
Right.
reheating that.
Right.
You gotta put something in the pot that reheat
Right.
a little bit.
I didn't want it to be as bland this week as it was.
Let's go.
So I seasoned that thing a little
Right.
bit. Add a little some vegetables to it.
Yeah.
So it's the same soup, reimagined.
Okay. We can do that.
Them jails, man. You got them jails for
We
it.
can do that.
Yeah, my week-
How was your
my
week?
It was okay, full of work, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Doing different things. But, I'm a hustler, so I just try to do everything. Don't tell what I did all this week. Hey, if I have to shovel shit to make some money, I'm gonna make it happen.
Let's
You
go.
know what I'm saying? It's never a time you gotta lay down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So let a few people come in, man. We got a great show today, man. It's a topic a lot of people don't like to talk about because a lot of people don't want it to happen. Sometimes it's filled as a failure, and sometimes it's filled as a necessity. You know what I'm saying? So in life, so you know what I'm saying. So, Kim, we're gonna start off today. We're talking about divorce. In divorce, we're talking about the prelims, the pre-divorce, during the time of the divorce, and we're talking about the post-time of the divorce. So, hey, that's something that's it's a lot goes into the pot. You know what I'm saying, of the divorce, man. So we're gonna let my person over here. She's gonna let her start things off with the pre. So what's going on, Kim?
So we're gonna talk about pre-divorce first.
Okay.
So, how do you know when it's time to leave or to file papers? Would you consider separation for a while, or do you go straight to divorce? Let's talk about that thing, Chris. How do you know it is time to leave and file the papers?
Whoa. I wonder, how do you know? Because you can know in one sense, and then you don't know. And you be trapped between knowing and not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Then that will make time linger on. Next thing you know, it's another year or two.
Yeah.
Gone by, and you're like, damn, I should have did it then, or we should have did it then, and then you like, boom, you didn't do it, so now you're procrastinating, it seems like. Or it's like, when you're doing that, I guess it's like, you don't know if or if not you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I should. You like a double dutch. You go in there, you don't know what to do, so you know what I'm saying? So, I guess it's like, they say when you know, it's time to go. You need to do it.
But you don't always know.
Right,
Like you
right.
said, you don't always know. I don't know. I guess after you've done all you can do, I'm talking about you have exhausted all. I mean, if you consider counseling, we've went to counseling, or we've talked about this for 100 times.
Right.
Then we get back together. Then it end up going back to the way it was, like all that back and forth,
Right.
and you just get tired of the same old thing.
Right.
So
Right.
when you sick and tired, you sick and tired. So you
sick and tired,
will
you sick
know.
and tired.
But I feel like you gotta make sure that all of the efforts have been exhausted first.
Right.
I don't believe in just giving up or off of just one thing and we didn't even talk about it enough. Because sometimes you gotta talk through that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It's not
right.
just a cut and paste type thing. You really gotta talk through, especially depending on what. So listen, let's back this up. Okay, this is pull the Band-Aid off.
Okay,
Pull the Band-Aid off.
Pull the Band-Aid off.
Depending on, let me take my shirt off. Okay, let me get comfortable. But depending on what happened, that has a whole lot to do with it. Depending on what happened in that marriage, because some stuff is not forgivable.
Right.
I believe that some stuff I believe we can work out, but some stuff I believe that's a no for me.
Right.
So it depends on what actually happened.
Yeah. Because like you say, what happened, because you know, like some people say different things like cheating. Cheating is not so much of a deal breaker sometimes, most of the time. But like when you have a child on that person, or you cheated with a certain person, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You cheat with a certain person, that's not, don't be deal breakers, but you know, like it seems like that a lot of things can be worked out, not looked over.
And how it was done. So I get it. So sometimes even the cheating thing, depending on how it was done, some people are able to forgive.
Right.
But if it was sloppy and messy, and you got people showing up to your house, and you know what I'm saying, like you're not really taking care of business or protecting that man or that woman that's at your house. You got this person calling your phone all time of night and stuff like that. So it a whole disrespectful thing. To me, I'm good on that. I'm good on that, because it should never come to my front door. You understand what I'm saying? Your mess. It should never come to the front door.
So cheating has a way to be worked out, is what you're saying? It can be worked out.
Depending.
Like we said, depending on the situation.
Depending on the situation.
Yeah.
And some people say cheating, period. I'm cutting it off. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm with the cheating period, because I think the vision of the cheating is gonna cause a problem down the line anyway. And if we do work it out, I'm being honest with myself, I'm gonna accuse you of it all the time.
All the time. Yeah, I get that. Even if that person is not doing anything anymore.
My vision is gonna be that's what you're doing, because you did it once, you'll do it again.
And
you messed up the trust in our relationship. So even if you tell me you going down to the store, I'm not gonna even believe you going to the damn store. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we know that in the when the trust is gone, then everything is gone. Like you might as well stop even trying, because like he's saying, like anything you think they think you ain't. If a person I ain't doing that, I'm just chilling. I'm asleep, and you ain't answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you out cheating. So hey, when the trust gone, it's gone. You know what I mean?
Because that person ain't gonna never let it go. Because even if y'all, hey, we're gonna work it out and stuff like that, they'll be throwing digs at each other. You'll say, he'll say, "Nah, you ready to eat? Nah, I ain't home. Oh, what you eat at your girlfriend's house? Some whole crazy. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you never get over because you throwing digs at them and stuff. I would rather let it go than to keep like prolonging it with just the arguments and us not trusting each other. That's no.
Slick say when they make your skin crawl, it's time to go.
That too, cause you know what, you be like, you know what,
yeah, like you saying, but like, and when you make a skin crawl, that means everything that person does
irking you.
So they can't.
It's the ick factor. That's what they say.
The same stuff that you've been new
the
whole time, the marriage. And then when they sit, so they come to that point, everything. I ain't know you look like that.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
ain't know you
Look
walk
like that.
Why you brush your teeth
Why
like
you
that?
brush-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, everything.
That and looking at that side view, be like, damn. Oh no. And I always look at him from the front. That side view. Oh no. Oh no.
So
Love
what
has
was,
wore
what,
off.
was, what was the other part of the pre you had said?
So are you willing to do separation, or would you go straight to divorce? Some people go head straight there, but you got some people that, hey, I'm gonna go over here for a little while. You stay here, so we can see if we can kind of work this thing out without us being in each other's face, arguing and stuff like that. For me, I don't want to do separation. If we're gonna go ahead and do it, let's go ahead and do it. Because what we separate for?
Because like, it's like you separate to see if you're gonna. I guess that people separate to see if they're gonna have a what they call it, a rekindling spirit or something.
Or a break baby.
A break baby. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they finna do.
A break baby. They wanna be able to say, hey, you
Break,
know,
baby.
Yeah. A break baby. Damn, wait a minute. A break baby. Yeah. That's
Yeah, that's what I'm finna say. When you get somebody you give a separation, that gives them room to start doing something. Oh, we were separated. No, we were still married. No. So now you got a break, baby. You got a whole nother situation going on in between that separation. So you got to be careful allowing people to have separation.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you gonna pull the trigger, huh?
That's what I say. For me.
Yeah, for you, because you know what I'm saying.
Separation to me is a way to keep your toe in,
Yeah.
and one pot while stirring the pot with the other one, with the other toe,
It is.
Yeah.
with the other foot. One foot in this pot and stirring the other pot with your other foot.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, like you got your foot in this pot, you seeing what's going on where you was,
But
you
I
stirring
think
this
it's-
pot to see what you can catch in the net.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause I understand what you're saying. Because,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because like you can go and do separation. Then you be married. I know a person who's still married to her person, right?
Mm-hmm.
To her husband. They've been separated for years. He out fucking off, she out fucking off. Like ain't nothing. But then what she said, she told him about her own mouth. Oh, shit, I'm gonna stay married to her. They got good insurance, good benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, he died. They gotta come.
I'm gonna
through
get
me.
all that money. Gonna
They
come
gotta
through me.
And I felt like that was very selfish of her. Because why would you even? She told me that she didn't love the nigga 2 months after they got together. She knew that.
But he's willing to do it too if it's been this long.
Right.
He got to be with him because I don't even know if he just crazy or what. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you just gonna just let her drag y'all?
Some people just don't want to go through it.
right. But you've been divorced 10. I mean, you've been separated 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
10, 12 years.
That's a long time. That's
You
a long
separated,
time.
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't want my ex or the person that I'm no longer dealing with to have papers and stuff on me, and I just when
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
done, we done. Like no,
Nobody like
I want
said.
you in my business.
Right.
yeah, I don't. So if anything happens to me at the hospital because you probably don't even like me, hey, go and pull that plug on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no,
Like, they got-
I don't want them to
they
have
gotta
that.
Say so.
I
You
know.
know, I know that for them. So like, I'm like with you on that. If you're gonna go ahead, if you're gonna separate, that means you're ready to leave. You're ready to leave. But you know it happens. You know what I'm saying? And then it can be.
Have y'all heard of any success stories for separation where they separated and they got back together and they are good now? I haven't.
That's a hard question to
I
ask.
seen. I heard people who got divorced and got back remarried before.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. But I don't know success stories of being
Separated and then they come back
Back
together
I
and
don't
say,
know.
No,
me either.
I don't know, because like you said, when you separate from a person and you out there in the world, it's gonna be hard to go back to in the house when you outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
man.
you outside having a party,
Yeah.
go back in
What
the house
you
and
mean?
feel locked up. You're not gonna want to do that.
Nah.
Especially if if you're a good looking woman or you're a good looking man who a player and you getting all the cookies and cream you could want. You ain't gonna want to go back to that same
not gonna
old
want- you
that
gonna-
same old milk when you got
Because-
fresh milk out here.
because
Yeah,
then, like
you're
you
right.
said, it's all according to the situation.
Right.
Because like boom, especially like you saying, like you try to go out there, hey man, I'm out here now,
Mm-hmm.
but you feeling no release. You feeling like, man, I lost 10. I lost the whole person on my back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna be like that man on Harlem Nights and call that lady, hey, put your mama on the phone.
Right?
He ain't never
I
coming
never
back.
come home,
He
baby.
never come home because
He ain't never coming back.
He feels like, hey, this is where I want to be at. So thinking like you're saying, like, hey, separation is not a cool part, man. I see somebody saying I'm coming and they went slick would say she'll do therapy.
Yeah, she said she'll do that. I was gonna say she'll do therapy.
Yeah.
Like
do
if she
therapy.
wasn't married, she would do therapy.
Because I mean,
Not separate, choose therapy. While still being
right, still being together. I guess.
separate,
Yeah.
And that might be something you can do. You know what I'm saying? If that works out for you, if you feel like talking to a stranger about your situation, with
Why you gotta
y'all
put-
situation.
Why you
know.
gotta put interest on
A
stranger?
stranger. You know what I'm saying? You talk to a stranger, and that stranger's gonna help you out with your relationship. You know what I'm saying?
But
So,
it may work for somebody
it may
though.
work for some people. You know what I'm saying? So it just according to the situation. So hey, man.
Right.
And be careful in the pre-stage or whatever you're thinking about. If you're thinking about leaving, don't tell everybody. Don't tell your family what you thinking. Don't put them in your business because you still trying to figure it out yourself. If this is something that I even want to do, so once you put that sister in or that mama in or whatever the case may be, well, why you want to get a divorce? Now you got to go through all of this stuff. But what if you end up getting back with them and they know what's going on? Like you got to be careful of not putting people in your business.
Anybody in your situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody, because people are gonna have their own judgment of that person. Then you feel what I'm saying? And if you do, and if you was to get back with that person, they're gonna be judging that what they feel, and then you can and they got love for you. I ain't saying they ain't got love for you, and they don't love you. It's just the fact they're gonna have resentment towards that person because you may have done something to that to the person that they love. You know what I'm saying? You know, like your friend or your kinfolk, anybody.
Yeah.
So it just like you say, it seems like it's best not to put the people in your business, so then they come back and hit you in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? Which it don't matter because one thing about a relationship must be between the two people. So you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like putting everybody in your business.
But something as serious as divorce, if you're
Yeah.
even thinking about it, sit with it yourself.
Yeah.
I would even be, I don't even know, even a good girlfriend or a good guy friend till you know for sure and you're really ready to share it. Because you got to sit with that thing. Like, you got to weigh, like, everything. Okay, I am done with him or I am done with her.
Yeah.
But you may have different things in the process. You know what I'm saying? It's not just you and that person in that union.
Right.
You may have other things. And now we can get ready to go into the during stage of the divorce.
Right.
Because now you have to think about if you have kids together. It's not just about you and her, it's the kids now. You know what I mean? You're thinking about the 50-50 split. You're thinking about them being with their mom, you know, maybe majority of the time. And you having to visit them on holidays. Or dad doesn't want that. Or we got to go to court. We contesting or not, or doing a non-contested type of divorce. So that's the during process. So now we get ready to jump into the during process, what that looks like.
So you saying like in the pre, so to end the pre, to end the pre part of divorce, thinking about it. So if you're gonna jump, if you're gonna do it. Like you're on a diving board.
You dive on
keep
in.
bouncing.
Yeah.
You can't keep bouncing. You gotta jump down and do it. You know what I'm saying?
But
Right.
if you want to bag out, just bag out then. That's what I say the separation is. Separation is bag it off.
But still, you don't just jump off that diving board and you can't swim and you don't have your life vest on, dumb.
Right.
Like,
For
be
sure.
like, put everything into perspective. Don't take your butt out there and just jump off the thing. You can't even swim. But oh dang, you already jumped off the diving board without a doggone life vest. Think about it. Make sure you got all of your stuff together before you get ready to push that button.
Oh, no lifeguard gonna do this.
See, that's where the lifeguard come from. The separation. You met the lifeguard in the separation. Yeah, we met the lifeguard in the separation. Yeah, save me, save me, save me. That is. It made the lifeguard. Save me.
That may make you jump faster.
Hey.
2 bounces, pew!
You gonna catch me? You gonna catch me if I jump?
Well, it's easy to catch a lifeguard when you're in distress. When you're not in distress, what you need a
Now hit the
lifeguard
thing.
for?
Come on now. Come on, and when you in
Catch
distress.
plenty of lifeguards in distress
What you talking about?
because you're not looking for when you're in distress, you're not looking for a lifeguard this certain way. You're just looking for a lifeguard. You don't care what long he can swim to you and catch you and save you. You don't care nothing about all that other stuff. It's when you get out the water and you dry off and you think,
Yeah.
that's the wrong lifeguard.
Who are you? Right?
Yeah. I agree with
Right.
that. That's a nugget right there.
It's a chill, but for real, that's like, hey, look, hey, a disclaimer. We all can talk about this because all three of us have been are divorced.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we can talk about this stuff. See, I don't want nobody talking to me about nothing down, no nothing back.
Yeah.
So we talk about something on here that we know about. You know what I'm
Firsthand.
Hey, husband. Hey, husband. If you're looking, hey, husband. Hey, boo.
Husband.
Come on, husband. Love you.
Okay. Now let me drop ball on that. I never heard that one before.
You know what I'm saying? So during, right? So what you saying, like during?
So during process, now you're thinking about, okay, you've already filed. You're actually going through the process.
Right.
So now we're thinking about if you guys have kids together, if you're doing a contested or a non-contested divorce. So it's different factors that play into this whole thing. Now one of the parents are out of the household, so now it's disturbing the regular routine, or maybe the kids seeing both of you guys at home at the end of the day, or hey, your dad's gonna come pick you up, this Saturday, this is weekend. So now stuff starts to shift and change. And on top of that, if you guys are in a good space where you can communicate with each other and not arguing, where the kids would even see it, like it spills over into this thing. So the during process is different for everybody.
Do you know any divorces that start off in divorce amicably, like that they are on the same page with, like, yeah, we need to be divorced? And then when it, I'm sorry, Chris. Then when it comes down to all the stuff, like you said, the kids and all that stuff, they're agreeing to a point to where, like, okay, yeah, you should do that. Like, I don't know any divorces that's like that.
I haven't seen that. Now
My cousin, I ain't gonna say no name, but he was telling me about his divorce, right? And he said, man, they went there and agreed upon everything. Him and his ex-wife, they went there, sat there, agreed upon everything. Only thing they had to go to probate was about the child support, but they had kids that was an age of child support age, and they did the probate to see when boom, 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 and everything went smooth.
Well, they just grew apart.
I guess they did grow apart. I don't know what their issue was. Oh man, we got a call already, but these folks ain't playing. Hold on 1 minute. Hello, the Real Atlanta Podcast. What's going on?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
This Pooch, man. How y'all doing? All right?
What up, Pooch? What's going on with you?
Not much. I'm a little familiar with this subject y'all talking about.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's a delay in regards to what I'm seeing online and what we're talking about. We still in like the during stage, or we done past that?
No, we're on doing. We're still on doing. We just started doing.
Okay, cool. Hey, what I wanted to say, and I think that one of the biggest things I think a lot of times people miss in divorce, and just using myself, what I looked at, just far with that during stage, and I look at all my buddies that had rough divorces that I've seen firsthand. I think one of the biggest things when you're going through it, whatever decisions that you're looking to make, you need to make sure that you looking to base those decisions off how it's going to affect you 1, 3, 5, 10 years ahead. I think a lot of times when you're going through it, you be like, man, I just want to get this shit over with, and you make decisions that probably not the best for you long term. And unfortunately, with divorce, it's not about what you want. It's not about what they want. It's really about what y'all can agree on. But I think sometimes, you be so ready to just get the shit over with, you can kind of concede to something that probably won't be beneficial to you in the future.
Man, that's
so I was just kind of get at the people, just kind of make sure when you're thinking about what you're deciding on, make sure you're making decisions and the impact how it's going to have on you with the future. Because you can get I talk about that a lot. You can get you another car, you can get you another house, you can't get you another you. So sometimes you sit there fighting about something and like, look, man, you don't spend so much time fighting and pushing and them lawyers steady billing. and then next thing you know, you done got past it. Hey, you can't even afford to keep the shit you were fighting for. So it's just something to think on. I just think that when you make them decisions, like, you know, I understand, you know, nobody want to be stressed, nobody want to go through stuff, but you gotta be making looking big picture when you're making that and stuff like that, because, you know, regardless, you got to live afterwards. And that's why a lot of times people can't necessarily come out of situations, man. It be done hit them hard. They can't recover physically, mentally, financially, but you definitely got to make sure it's something that, you know, it's going to be rough. You know, you still got to rebuild because, you know, like I said earlier, you know, you transitioning and your whole lifestyle changing. But you definitely don't want to make no decision where you can't recover from. So like I said, just be looking 3, 5, 10 years down the road. Okay, if I make this, how am I going to be able to bounce out of it? How long is it going to take me to recover from it? So that's all I want to share with y'all, man. Good show, y'all.
That's a good point.
Hey,
We appreciate that.
Appreciate you looking in, man. Talk to you in a minute, bro.
All right, y'all take it easy
All
now.
right, bro.
So I like that, making a temporary decision for some permanent situation.
Right.
Like that's because you ready to get it over with. You know what I mean?
Make a whole quick temporary decision, and then
because you ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got so much on the line. But you just ready to be done. I'm ready to be done with this man. But when you got kids and stuff like that, you can't just make a temporary decision like that.
Right.
Yeah. Six says, you don't want people side-eyeing your mate or you if you decide to stay.
Right.
All sex must stop.
Right.
Don't stay for the kids. Don't let money be the reason stay. You think you know who you're with until it's coming at you and end your life with change. Okay,
Wow.
and end your life with change. Okay, yeah.
We got another call.
That's
We got another
good
call.
right there,
Another
Slick.
call coming in. Let me see what you got. Hello, the Real Atlanta Podcast. What's going on? Hello?
They must be.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
I can.
Can you talk up just a little bit?
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay.
Y'all still talking now.
No, you got
Hold
to.
up,
We're
Remy.
not talking. You got.
Hey. Hello.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
I was just
Go ahead.
calling in just calling in and say that, you know, when my husband and I got a divorce. Hey, Chris, this your cousin Margaret.
Okay. Hey, Mark. Hey.
Yeah, hey.
Hey.
So when y'all was talking about, like, during the process, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we get you. It's a delay, but you go ahead and talk.
During the process, right? Like my husband and I, when we divorced, you know, we were ready to divorce, and you know, we decided everything. We didn't get no attorneys. You know, we made a decision, and you know, it was amicable. You know, whatever we agreed on. It was no arguments, no anything like that. So, you know, when it's time, and you know when it's time. When it's over. So, yeah. We didn't have, like, you know, a lot of material assets, but still our peace, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was done and ready. We did it for 10 years, and we got a divorce, and, you know, with no hard feelings. So it can happen.
So it was more so if you guys just grew apart, not any particular situation or something happened?
Oh, yeah, well, he committed adultery.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and still we didn't divorce when he did it. You know, we said we was going to work it out, but you know, it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it was okay because, you know, my thing is if you cheating, then, like, what's the whole point? You know, because I was loyal. I was faithful. You know, to me, you can get past anything except mistrust. Like y'all was saying, if the trust is gone, then you ain't got nothing anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, the kids, you know, I was trying to keep it together for our daughter. You know what I'm saying? But you can't even keep it together for that because when the trust is broken, it's gone. Period. So you might as well move on from it. And that's what we did. And we cool now.
And y'all cool, y'all friends, you say?
Well, you know, we got a daughter together, so you know, we do talk about, you know, even though she's an adult now, but you know, when things happen with her or something, you know, so we real amicable. But if I need him, he'll be there for me.
Right.
So we cool.
Okay. That's cool. That's what's up.
Yeah. I'm enjoying y'all show. I'm just sitting here looking at y'all. I like y'all dialogue, so y'all keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
This
Thank you
needs
for
to be
calling.
discussed.
Thank you. Love you, cuz.
You're welcome. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess sometimes it can move on, like she just said, can move on like that. Everything be, you do it in goodwill and good faith, and you go ahead and get it done. You know what I'm saying? So, you didn't have to linger on.
But listen, back to what Slick said. Let me back up right quick. If you did file the papers, you guys are going through it.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said, all sex has to stop.
Almost
You cannot go back and forth with that and man, I missed that and all this because now we go clouding up your judgment and all this kind of stuff, and then you end up seeing him with somebody else somewhere, and you know what I'm saying?
Sparks up everything.
No, so that needs to stop.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Right.
So I don't think a lot of people do stop. Like I stopped. I was just so upset and we'll get to that part and hurt by the whole situation that I couldn't even concentrate on that part.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it was a case of where she was trying to draw me back in, I wasn't going there because I was just hurt, like I was disgusted, and I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After so many years of marriage, and I think a lot of times, they say a man to go back for sex and all that stuff. I think a lot of times we don't think about how hurt a man will be from divorce.
Yeah.
Marriage is compromise. And if women always say men are 304s or hoes or whatever, then imagine what they're giving up to be married to you, if that's the case.
Yeah.
So if we're compromising on a lot of stuff already, and we said we're gonna stop all our 304s, as you got, I never had 304s, never had any hoes. But we're gonna stop.
And you're a unicorn.
Right. When we gonna stop all
green one.
You're a unicorn.
Every time you see unicorn, you see somebody say, y'all want to.
They're gonna laugh.
You're a fucking green unicorn.
Yeah, they're gonna laugh.
Right. You know what I'm saying? If I feel
but that's a lot that we giving up that to be with you. Then you gotta imagine how hard we would be once it's over, because we have to actually love you, and we all loved each other in order to.
At one time, you did.
In order to jump the broom, right?
Yeah. Right.
And we want
but you know what? Like you say, for guys, so if the guy steps out, the women, and let me just say this, y'all can say whatever, the women probably would be more susceptible to taking them back. For a guy, and it's done to him, the female does it to him. The visual is stuck in his head that he cannot get it out of his head that somebody had his wife.
I don't think a lot of people see. You said it perfectly, because I say that all the time. For us, it's not the fact that you did it; it's the fact that we are visualizing every time we look at your face.
Yep, the whole.
And now we add extra stuff that you ain't do to us. That we just
come on now.
We didn't convince ourselves that you doing to him.
Right, or either you were doing the same stuff you were doing to me to him.
Right.
You'd be like, God.
right. And he know my wife's inner workings now.
Right.
See.
Somebody said
I am Flamingo MBM says, and I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. My ex-wife filed for divorce, and I didn't know until I went to file for divorce. But she was kicking it like whatever, and we were going through it. We were going to work on it the whole time she had filed. So he's saying that he went to file, but she had already filed. And it's not funny. It's not funny.
But look, that goes to like another question. Another statement I was saying about this. You still got to have the communication.
Right.
If you don't have no communication with the person,
he just said she was kicking it like it was cool.
Yeah, she was
like they were gonna work on it.
She was talking like they were work on it, like the doing part. So you're gonna try to work on it, and then you're gonna just go down there and file before him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because eventually you're gonna find out in a minute, because you already done filed. Yeah. He gonna find out in a minute. Like, we trying to rush and beat him to it.
But then listen though, hold on, home. Hey, listen. So you went down there to the file and found out she done filed, so you going behind her back too to file as well.
Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's his name? Flamingo? What's his name? Back it up.
I'm with you.
Yeah, listen, when you went down there to file, did you tell her?
Trying to beat her to it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow.
It was a game, and it was cat and mice. And she just won. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Situation was, but
I wouldn't want to be blindsided like that, though. I would rather for my mate to tell me. I'm not just gonna go down there and just file and he get served with papers and stuff. I would rather let him know, hey, I'm ready to leave this thing. We can file for divorce. I wouldn't just go down there and do it and just not tell him. I couldn't see myself doing that.
Well, you different. When it comes to you're a unicorn.
when it comes to divorce and separation and all that stuff,
Right.
it's like war. We at war now. We don't like each other.
Oh, so chess.
Right, this is chess. This ain't checkers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do to protect me. Now you better make sure you doing what you gotta do to protect you.
So that's in certain situations. If it's a messy type thing, yeah. See,
But if it
That's
was
different.
messy before the divorce even got talked about, if it was messy before, you should know what's coming.
Yeah.
Right? I'm right.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing about it can be messy before whatever, but you know your wife or your husband. So
Right.
You know that person.
Right.
You know how they get down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know how they get down. So you know not to speak on your own. See, you know what to do. So he was thinking like, she was like, shit, I'm gonna go 5 what he do. And she went should have shot down there. And did it. Even though it doesn't matter who filed or whatever, it still gotta go through the situation, contested or non-contested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So hey, it is what it
and
is.
that's the part about it too. The during process, if it's non-contested, you don't have anything that you're fighting about, it could be a little bit more easier. But when you have all these things and that you're contesting, I'm talking about from the house to y'all got joint accounts, y'all got this, that, and other business ventures and all that stuff. That's when stuff like really becomes messy. You want to get full custody of the kids, and you just see them on the holidays and all this kind of stuff. That's what stuff really starts getting messy in the during stages.
It's good like that. 'Cause you or somebody might be hiding some money, might be hiding some kind of assets. And one of my friends was telling me they was going through their divorce, and he found out his wife had so much money in another account that he didn't even know she had it.
Well, how did he end up finding out?
Because they had it when they went through
Discovery.
every discovery package. Everything got to be put down there. Hey, all bank accounts.
She should have
everything.
moved that shit.
She didn't.
I ain't know nothing.
She didn't. I ain't cheering for her because she. But he ended up still. He ended up still to get her some money too. But you know, it just point the thing is like people be very vindictive and want to play the victim. And they're being very vindictive themselves. Show enough.
Slick says my husband's filed and forgot. I talked about it to our friends when I talked about it to our friends. Then when I confronted him about it, he said they were telling lies.
What?
What the fuck?
You know what?
You know, man, listen, but one thing, you gotta be honest, man.
Right.
So all that bullshit for real,
Yeah.
like I'm saying, this whole thing about her hiding the money, the shit gonna come to the light, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Might well be honest about the whole situation. Because you can't keep wanting, and know you right there got a whole nest egg to the side.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? And keeping the divorce going, keeping things going on, attorney fees and blah, 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 going on, because you're trying to play these games.
But you know what? Mine was non-contested. We didn't have nothing together, and I did that on purpose. I didn't have a joint account with him. We paid the stuff separate. He paid for this, I paid for that. I'm talking about we didn't have nothing, and that was on purpose. So the judge was like, when he reading over the paper, he said, "So you mean to tell me y'all don't have nothing together?" I said, Man, he slammed it down. What's his name down? They gave it down so hard. It's over. You know what I mean? So my thing was a little bit easy. It was just the whole child support thing after that drug on. And like I was telling you guys before the show, that was a whole nother thing during a divorce. If you make a certain amount of money over, you know what I'm saying, your ex or something like that, that's going to offset what you thought that you were going to get, because it happened to me. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
I was lucky.
just-
I'm sorry, I mean cut you off.
Oh, go ahead.
I was lucky enough to get divorced after my kids were way older, like in their 20s. So my divorce was uncontested, like yours was, because we didn't have no. She couldn't keep a job long enough for us to build no wealth. And this is a person with degrees, like nursing degree, a BS, and a bachelor's of nursing degree. Like she got degrees.
Right.
Couldn't keep a job to save her life. But anyway, we couldn't build nothing. But that doesn't mean it wasn't contested to the point to where she was causing problems for me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like
right.
a person can get so vindictive that they want to cause process. So she like, well, you leaving, so I'm gonna go ahead and get you fired from this job. I mean, just all types of stuff. Like,
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
So they
like
say hurt
calling my
people hurt
mom and telling my mom to come down here because of something going on, and then my mom and her showing up at the job, like just
Oh no.
like real vindictive.
That's been I get what they say, hurt people.
Right.
So even if it wasn't contested, it was still messy stuff going on outside of that.
Right. So that's another part a lot of people don't really realize, that when a person is like I said, it's war. Like I don't fight fair. It's like she didn't fight fair. I'm thinking, okay, ain't nothing really. We got nothing together. We bought a house, but I'm willing to give that to you. Like it was no. Man, this shit. You got to realize that people, when they start hurting, they're gonna do everything they can to hurt you as much as they feel like that you hurt them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And you know what? The thing about it for me, the during process, once I knew that I just could not do it anymore, I started my escape. I did start my escape without telling him.
Why do we have to say escape? Why don't we just say you just started your process of leaving?
It was
Escape sound like you was a prisoner.
It's escape. You know how Tina Turner ran out that car from Mike? I'm out of here.
You think you can take anything?
The man say if they don't have anything together, what was the point of them being together? What was the point if they didn't have anything together?
For me, I don't know. For me, and it was fine for us having a union. Me personally, and mixing money and stuff like that, I've always been like that, even before my husband. My money was my money. I didn't like nobody counting my paper, what I brought in, and this kind of stuff. I've always been like that, and I wasn't willing to go into that marriage that way, and that was something that we agreed on.
So
I just did it.
Because you being that way, so you didn't want to have no joints and nothing like that.
No. And that was just me. I just didn't want to do that. But we made sure. Ain't no damn unicorn, Chris. Shut your ass up. I did it.
No, because listen, I'm saying most women want to have a joint account.
No.
See, they want to know what's going on. See, you was kind of know. They want a person to know what you had coming on either.
I did it.
Yeah.
I've always been like that, and that was just me. But that didn't have nothing to do with me being in a union with him and us doing what we need to do for our households and make sure stuff got taken care of.
Right.
It was just different accounts and stuff.
Just okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you want to call in, bro? You can call in at the number down that's pinned. Guys, if I want to get everything you saying, I see you writing a lot.
What's his name?
Mr. Star Quality.
Mr. Stock Quality. Call in. We see you typing a 4-page letter.
That's what's going on, nephew. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's just like the during part. Okay, so the during part, like we're saying, the during part is set in stone. Everything. So it's a process to go ahead and get the paper signed. And if contested, you know what I'm saying? I think the contested, it shouldn't be about if you're ready to do it and she ready to do it or whatever situation is, it should be go ahead and be done, man. Because we try to put in like you said, we have no properties together, we have no assets together. It shouldn't be a problem to go ahead and sign it. But some people have problems signing it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the problem is, why they won't sign.
Even when you don't have nothing
When you
together.
don't have nothing to why you not signing it?
Because you want it.
And you know what? I was just gonna say because they don't want to let you go. They don't want somebody else to have you.
5-star CB says, I think my sister Kim and I had the same mentality about having separate accounts, but made sure the household was taken care of. I'm glad it worked out that way.
Oh, absolutely.
We got a caller. What up, Sharon?
And to each his own.
Hello? Oh, we can't hear you, brother. Real out of pocket. What's going on?
Hey, man. Caller just tapping in. Fuck with you one time. What y'all got going, man?
Hey.
That much, man. We on the divorce top today.
I see it, man. Y'all got a nigga scared to get married, bro. Like it's cold out here, man. I keep doing what I'm doing by my damn self. You hear me?
We do not want to scare you now.
Nah, y'all. It's cold out here.
Right? For sure.
I mean, if we can't do it together, then what's the point, man? Like, so listen, we do a joint account, and I got multiple business accounts and, things of that nature. But we have a joint account where we pour into us. I can have a personal account that I can do me. She can have a personal account where she do her. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the fairest exchange if we're trying to build a life together. But if it's gonna be, listen, I'm doing my thing, you doing your thing, then shit, we don't need to be married.
But you know what? Another thing too, as far as joint accounts, if you're not willing to do a joint account, sometimes it might be that person mismanaging money. I wouldn't trust his ass with a joint account. Too.
Well, you ain't got no business marrying that nigga.
But listen, you can help him to become better. I wouldn't just say not marry him because he didn't know how to manage money, but help him to become better if you are that person. And that's the part of everybody's not going to be equally yoked, like right off the bat. So if it's something that he's lacking in or I'm lacking in, that's when the other person comes in and should be able to help you. Hey, baby, let's sit down and this how we do this right here. This how we itemize this. You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to help that person get to that point. So
we just ain't gonna get married until she's on until we are equally yoked. Cause can't fuck up what I got going on.
And listen, that's the best way to do it. You hear me? That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, make sure everything right before you jump the boat.
Yeah, cause a lot of us don't. And my situation was different. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that I saw, or he probably saw. We was like, we had no business getting married at that point. So if you willing to wait, and that person's willing to wait until y'all actually get it together like that, you be like, okay, now we're ready. Then do that. I tell anybody that, and that's being for real. Yeah, don't.
So let me ask y'all this: Are y'all open to being remarried, or is it over with for the matrimony?
Oh well, shoot, I'm open. You know what I mean? If the right thing jump around, man, it might get me right. So hey, I'm open. I don't know about my sister right here. She looking like she ready to bite somebody's head off.
No. You ain't got no crickets sound.
Hey, look, it got crickets in here. Hey, I ain't got crickets in here, man.
At this point, I'm not gonna say never, but at this point, now I will be willing to do a lifetime partner, but being married again, I just and listen, and this on a whole nother subject. I see too much out here, and this is my personal opinion. The people that's in marriages are not in marriage. They're in relationships with other people. I'm talking about relationships.
Damn.
And listen, write that down because we're going to talk about that another time. but that's another topic. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I probably would do maybe a lifetime partner on down the road. But like now, I'm enjoying just being me. I'm good. Yeah.
How long you been single now?
Got actually divorced in, I think it was like 2011. Yeah, it was like 2011.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I took my time just raising my kids and doing what I need to do because I was in a relationship all through high school, out of high school, the whole nine. So I never was by myself. So now to me taking this time to be by myself, I'm figuring out who killed me is just being single. You know what I mean? Because I'm always with somebody. Oh, that's Ken. Oh, that's such and such girl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being me right now. I'm just enjoying that journey. But to each his own.
Right. Let me ask y'all one more question. I ain't gonna hold you up. What did you learn from the experience of being married and going through divorce? Now I'm single. I ain't even watched Lord of the Rings with a bitch, so I'm far from it. It's cold out here. I'm good. We ain't had no ring discussions. I ain't never proposed to nobody.
Okay.
But what did you learn? So it's a two-part question. What have you learned from that experience, and how did it affect you in your relationships that came afterwards?
You know what? To make sure red flags are real. And some of them are flashing neon red, and we still go past it. I know I did. Them motherfuckers was blinking so hard. I steadily kept going. Oh, he cute. I like him. We gonna be together. But listen, I tell anybody, those red flags are so real. So you gotta be careful of going past those red flags. They're gonna stay there. They are going to stay there. Be careful about that early on.
Yeah.
Hey, and I would say this too. It's always good in the beginning. Always good in the beginning.
Right.
It's like a regular relationship. You need to learn that person even before you get married. See how they work in opposition if something happens. You know what I'm saying? Some real stuff come. I'm talking real life. I'm talking about stuff that they have to deal with. Watch how they move. You understand what I'm saying? Watch how they deal with it as a man or a female. See if you still want them on your team after that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right,
I definitely would agree with that. I'm not passing no red flags now. I'm stopping.
I'm telling you what I learned. I learned not to stay at a situation where it was already broken. And to keep I stayed longer than I should have. And we stayed longer together than we should have. And then I also learned that you do not take those situations into another relationship. Those toxic traits or whatever traumas you have, you can't take that nowhere else.
You can't. You don't take them as traumas. You take them as learned experiences. So when you see the red flag,
hey man, I'm just gonna keep tuning in, keep doing what I'm doing.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Appreciate you, man. Check you later.
All right, that's a bad. Be safe.
All right.
Yeah, you don't call them.
You can't. But I'm saying you can't. I'm just saying, learning situation lessons. You don't take those lessons that you learned. That was okay. I say it like this. If you read a book or you read something, you find it out, right? And you know that's wrong. You can't take the stuff that you did before the knowledge. Before the knowledge, you can't take that with you.
No,
Before
you
the
can.
knowledge.
Let me tell you how you can. You can take it with you if you learned it during the process of learning. If you were learning in that process, if that was something that you were learning during the process and you discovered towards the end of the process or going through the process, it's called learning. It's called class. It's called school for a reason. You're being schooled in this. So when you go to your next relationship, you know what you learned in the previous school and you know what you were taught that broke your heart in the last school. Of course, you're not going to accuse anybody of those things, but you damn sure going to watch the chapters and the red flags of those things because if they happen again, you're going to want to be aware of it so you don't stay too long, Chris. You get what I'm saying?
So you don't stay too long.
A lot of people take that whole idea of you don't take what you learned in your last relationship to your next relationship. Yes, I do. Because in my last relationship, I know that she used to go out a lot and she used to stay gone a lot and be at the club to 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And I know I didn't like that's when the cheating started. So if you start doing that to where you wasn't,
you know what's going on.
I know, you know what I'm saying? Or you didn't do it before, then all of a sudden you start doing it. We got a problem. And we're going to have a conversation about it. So you got to. People don't realize that you learn stuff from previous relationships that you got to take with you to your next relationship because you know you don't want that. I got a couple of comments. Hold on. So a lot of comments. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Right there. I'll start right there. I'm sorry. Lady Line Love says, so I know what I won't be doing again because these people, men and women, don't know what they want or are doing. Poochie says, I'm only open to a life partner. Poochie also says, what I've built is for my kids, and I don't mind leaving my partner a life insurance policy, but that's it. What's up, Rick? That's what Pooch says. Slick says, if you get a divorce after being married for years, you need some time. You need some single time to learn yourself before you jump into something else. 5-star CB says, no matter the color of the flag, IT is a flag. Pay attention. That's right. It is a flag.
It's a flag.
With you. No matter where you brought the flag from, you still got it with you.
It's a flag on the play.
It's a flag on the play. That's right.
Yeah.
You're being coached, so you got to learn these things. Miss Making It Happen 24 says, love everything about the topic, classmates. I guess y'all classmates.
Absolutely. We appreciate that. So now we can get ready to go into the post part of divorce. So paper sign, the whole 9. Are you able to be amicable with that person? Co-parent with that person if you have kids. Like, that's a whole nother thing. And the thing about it, those kids shouldn't see any of this stuff, maybe the hatred that you guys still have even after divorce. I see people even years on down the road. I can't stand his. I'm like, girl, you've been gone from him for 5 years, and it's still just that. But them kids sitting there, you know, and listening to you, you know what I'm saying, that anger that you still have, and y'all ain't even together no more. You know what I'm saying? At what point do you let that go and release that so them kids can still love on you and the daddy? You understand? Without feeling that tension, it should never spill over into their lives. You understand what I'm saying?
Why are you mad? Like,
But like he said now, like Lab said, and I was touching on too. Sometimes they don't want you to move on and be with somebody else either.
Yep.
They don't want you. They don't want to see you with somebody else.
One of the things that I've done after my divorce, what I've done during the divorce and all that, is one of the things I always did, even when we were going through the divorce, is I never talked negative about my ex-wife to my children.
To your children, yeah.
I never talked negative about her because, for one, she's the mother of my children. Regardless to anything else that may have happened, she still is the mother of my children. She gave me 3 beautiful children. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to ever talk down. To this day, they don't know why we divorced. Now, she may have told them what she wanted to tell them, but I'm not going to tell them that because I don't want them looking bad upon their children, upon their mother. Especially, I have 2 boys. You know, boys love their mothers to death.
Right.
And you can't really talk bad about their mama to them. So I'm not going to ever talk bad about their mother because, for one, it sends a negative message to them.
Yeah.
And I don't want that message with my daughter. I mean, I don't talk bad about my ex-wife to them. Now, I may be feeling some type of way. I may see him and feel sometimes. You know, my son just recently told me she told them that I used to beat on her. I never touched that woman ever. She had more freedom than she was single. You know what I'm saying? I never was the lockdown type of person.
Yeah.
I never felt that way. Like, but even when he said that, I said, well, you know, your mother felt certain type of ways about certain things. I'm not going to talk negative about her. So I've always done that. I've always stayed on that path, and it's paid off for me quite well with my children because they say, you know, Dad, Mom be going out about stuff, and I don't ever see you going off on her, talking bad about her. I said because she's your mother for one. Let's get that. That's respect. She's your mother, but she is the mother. She is my children's mother, so I have to respect her regardless.
And kids shouldn't feel our adult feelings and emotions,
right?
Because they're kids. Let them be. They shouldn't feel any of that. You know what I mean?
Even when they're grown, they're kids. You know what I mean?
That's,
It's just that they're still our kids.
Right,
you know
right.
What I'm saying? So the fact that like it's some type of, like you said, what your Bible saying, it got to be some type of maturity that a person should have, not to involve the kids in y'all situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna put, that's putting y'all, that's dividing the family.
That's undue strain on
undue,
them.
Exactly.
Because now they don't know who to choose.
They don't know who to choose.
Yeah.
Everybody have love, you know what I'm saying? But then, like you said, these boys love their mom. You know what I'm saying? And then, then the daughter, she on mom's side too, so and then she be on her dad's side, or whatever the situation is.
Right.
It's just like we can't feed that negativity into them. You know what I'm saying? We don't have enough negativity within our relationship till we had to the point that we had to get a divorce.
Yeah.
And I had been married 25 years before I even got divorced. I got married at 17, 18. So I was married young. Like I say all the time to y'all, I tell you all the time this. I was married young. I
was married a long time. So,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was married 20 years.
See?
You know what I'm saying? So I know, and I was like, shit, maybe we should have broke up earlier. I said it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because we got, like you did, we started young. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get a chance to explore, or not really explore, or get a chance to even be mature enough. You're doing something because we got together, my situation, I got together early, and we stayed about 7 years before we got married.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? So we've been together for a long goddamn time. But the thing is, you don't give yourself a chance to even know yourself. Not talking about before marriage.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get yourself to know yourself.
Yeah.
What you like and dislike. Doing things that you think is the right thing to do. Because they tell you that, hey, when you're children, marry that person.
Yeah.
And what God say is right, this and that. But you don't even know that union ain't supposed to be together. You know what I'm saying? That union might not even supposed to be together. So you do things out of doing what's right, quote unquote, right in the American society or Western society, and the shit just really don't, it don't rock like that. So we got to take time to understand that your person, and that your person you want to be like them. Let me just hit on this one thing, man. I was listening to this preacher, right? It was a snippet on YouTube, whatever it was on. He said that if you get married and you get divorced, and that person is not dead, if you mess with another person, you commit adultery. Because that person is not dead. That's one of the most idiotic things I ever heard in my life.
So you said it's a they'll do a poem.
It said because it says quote unquote till death do you part. But people got married. I know people got on their third marriage. You understand what I'm saying? So what the hell they doing?
Right.
They could be an adultery on their first wife.
Because you divorcing severs that tie.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. That's how it's supposed to go.
That's how it's supposed to go. But I guess what he's going by the biblical wording of it, until death do you part. But he got to realize you have to adjust those things for the modern times. Until death do you part, until you slip on something and fall, let it fall in you on do you apart, or you slip on something and fall in something, do you apart. And a lot of things can happen. Like I mean, I'm just
Get my pocketbook, get out of here.
we gotta adjust for the times.
Yeah.
But I get what he's saying.
I get what he's saying, but it just sounds so dumb.
It does. It sounds so backwards.
It sounds so bad because we could go on and go on and go on about things that they say that won't be biblically right. But if common sense makes common sense, then what? You got common sense when you ain't got no book sense.
I want to touch on one thing before we go, and you all can attest to this. One of the biggest problems I had once I got divorced after so many years, and Kim, you touched on this earlier, was knowing who the fuck I was. Right. Like, I literally sat down in this basement, because I got divorced in 2012, 2011, somewhere in there, and I literally sat down in this basement and said to myself, after the smoke cleared, and said, well, what do I like to do? What do I want to do? Do I like sports? Because everything I did was geared towards her and my children. And I say this all the time. And I just really had to sit down here and think about it. And like, I don't like none of that. Like, I don't like none of that stuff we used to do. But because they did, I did it. So we all have an adjustment that we have to make once we get divorced, especially when we've been married for some years, of not, for one, not having to compromise as much, and for two, realizing that we are not with that person, so we can do things that we want to do now, or adjust our time to what we like to do. And we can say no or whatever, because there's nobody control, not necessarily controlling it, but you don't have to make that person happy anymore.
And that's what I would say too, for the post part of it. Make sure that you take the time to grieve the marriage. You have got to take time to grieve that marriage. So that's when you come to the part of you sitting with yourself. What do I like now? What do I want to do with the rest of my life? And make sure that you take that time for that soul search and give it time. Don't just jump into another relationship right after that because you're afraid of being alone or something like that, because you are not healed at that point. You're not working these things out that you need to work out even before even thinking about messing with somebody else. So if you bypass that whole grieving process, you take your unhealed self into a relationship with somebody that's probably healed, and that person didn't deserve that. So now here we go again with some other, messed up relationship. Real more. It's just like, but take that time to grieve the marriage. I really say that, and heal in that process.
So you're saying that a divorce is a death. So you got to heal. That's like a death.
It's a wound.
It's a wound.
It's a wound.
Yeah.
It is a wound.
Healing, huh?
Yeah, and the wounds got to heal.
Yeah.
The wounds got to heal.
Because that is a loss. Now, I'm not saying like we want them to be gone.
No,
but I'm talking about a loss like you said, they're no longer in the household with me. You know what I'm saying? We don't do these things together anymore. Like this person, like we used to do everything together. Now that person is gone. It is a grief. It really and truly is a grief. You gotta sit with that thing. Have a funeral.
Like Slick said, she said, cause the tie isn't broken, cause they say you meet your husband in the afterlife. So when they talk about death do you part, she's saying that it's not broken. The tie isn't broken because that person didn't pass away, and you're gonna meet your husband in the afterlife.
I mean, that's another time. I mean, because I just know that I just think that's just so far fetched.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna meet him in the afterlife, then what? Y'all gonna go to get another divorce?
Right. I think that's just the way for the church to control your bedroom and what you do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Afterwards.
That is the way that the church controls the bedroom. Like, because I will say, like, I know, like in my marriage, I used to do things just to make her happy that I didn't want to do.
Right.
Just not hear her mouth. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Like, man, I'm not doing that no more. Make nobody happy. Just but they don't want that. Cause man, look here, why damn that? Yeah. And that's why I'm at with it.
But why can't you just say that you didn't want to do that? Why would you keep doing it?
Because I guess that's just.
Because we should be able to communicate. Go back to one of our other topics, to be able to communicate. If I don't want to do this, then damn it, we gotta start being these real conversations now too.
Communication is easy to say when you're not communicating with a person. You know who your wife are. You know who your husband is.
Yes, that's
Like,
Yeah.
you might be a unicorn. I might could say, Kim, hey, I don't want to do that today. And you might be like, all right, cool, let's do something else. Whereas my wife be like, well, why?
why.
Why you want to
You're
do
right.
that?
So yeah.
You know
So
what
it
I'm
does. So
you
it
try to
depends on the
cut down-
situation.
You want to cut down because you know the person.
Yeah.
You know the
You
person.
don't want to
You
feel like
already know
arguing
what
with
they
them.
gonna
Yeah,
say.
so you don't want to.
I don't feel like arguing with them.
You don't argue. You want to cut that shit down, and you will do things that you don't even want to do. Like the man just said, you know what he likes.
Right.
Oh, dang, yeah.
Right, because you, for one,
Everything he did was for his children and
right,
wife,
right,
and we left it for him. You know what
right.
I'm saying?
So you,
hey,
you don't know, the person going to be like, well, why? Why you don't want to do that?
Yeah.
And you be like, well, I want to do I don't want to do that. I didn't plan for this right here. Then you go,
Right.
well, let's just go.
You know the person you with. You right about that.
yeah. So you know the person. So we know. Basically, we already knew that this topic was gonna be
A hot one.
a hot one, a juicy one, off the frying pan, because you got so many people, especially at our age, who have been through divorce or going through divorces. So you know what I'm saying? We may have to make a part 2 of this. You know what I'm saying? To keep it going, because the thing is, like, we didn't even cover the bases that we
We
wanted to
sure
cover.
did. Y'all got a whole page.
Hey, we got pages of notes that we wrote that we couldn't cover because things will come. Things will come to you. Be freestyling things that come to you, pop to your head, and you want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely probably doing a part 2 about the divorce thing. But it's just the fact that we got to understand that divorce is not the end. You know what I'm saying? But once we learn divorce is not the end, then you know what I'm saying.
And we still believe in love and you know those type of things like that. Like, but I still would say just make sure you find. Oh damn fool!
Pick your poison.
On that note, cue the music.
Hey, listen, on that note, we up out of here, man. We appreciate everybody who called in, everybody who listened, who checked us out, man. Hey, man, keep these ratings going. We're trying to do something. Hey, man, get what? The Real Atlanta Podcast. Hey, man, we coming.
We coming. See y'all next week. Have a good week, y'all.
Yeah. And where we from?
I'm from the A.
Sounds so lovely. Yeah.
Free.
Yo, I'm on my small A, hard point fitted. Dale Murphy jersey, 5-point chillin'. Mookie Blade like illin'. Cleveland Air BP, Bossa Dutch getting. Speakers in the one of choosing Vols, yeah, I did it. Rice Street, 3 days downstairs, lived it. 95 Freaknik, changed the whole city. Welcome to Atlanta, 96 Olympic. Back and forth, born home, Harry, let's get it. Georgia Dome, Michael Vick, yeah, we still missing. 7 grams of midget.